Please disregard my red eyes for this whole video. Hey, what's up, you guys? So today, I have my mommy here. She's going to be doing my makeup today. So I have put out a whole bunch of products in front of her. And I'm going to be asking her questions while she does this.
Step 1, I think, is going to be primer. And I'm not going to lather this on your face, so you can put it on your own face.
Me and Sumaya were talking today about how people try to start fall things. This might be controversial. They try to start fall in August.
Do we need like a trigger warning?
Yeah, trigger warning if you're triggered by the season of fall. We don't believe that you should be having your pumpkin spice lattes in August. You can have them in September 1st. But
September 1st, yes.
not August.
Not August. Okay. I would imagine eye primer should go next.
Really?
Yes.
Do
You're
you-
just trying to trick me.
No, I'm not. Do you want help, or are you just gonna do it however you
No,
want to do
just
it?
let me do it however I want. Well, if face primer goes first, it seems like eye primer would go next.
Well, that's not what I do, but okay.
Well, is this wrong?
You can technically do it however you want, but this is not how the majority of makeup wearing people do their makeup. I came up with a bunch of questions for her to answer. Can you name all of the countries that I have friends in? And can you name all my friends?
How many in total are we?
I don't know. I didn't count.
Don't you have the answer?
No.
All right, well. All right, so wait. I think next is going to be foundation.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll also let you put on.
Yeah, you gotta do that. That's you.
No.
Yes.
No.
You have either a sponge or brush. Take your pick. This is part of doing my makeup.
Is this for your face?
Yes.
Okay. It's so small, I didn't know if it was for your
It's a
eyes.
sample size.
Oh, I was going to say, aren't these supposed to be wet? But it is wet. It's kind of gross.
Well, that's why I give you options. I gave
Yeah,
you
no,
a sponge
no.
and a brush.
I think the sponge is probably the way to go. I've never put... Well, I'll use the beauty blender, but it feels gross.
Goes to criticize me because you think it's
No,
not
it
wet, but then
feels-
you're like, you know what? I don't like it wet.
No, I was going to show off that I know this is supposed to be wet.
Well,
but
it
it's already
is.
wet. So, the different countries of your friends.
Mhm.
Well, in the U.S., that's one country.
Mhm.
And in the U.S., you have Becca,
Mhm.
Carmela,
Mhm.
Joey,
Mhm.
Steve count.
Sure.
I'm sorry, Steve. That's all I can think of at the moment. Who I know you're like doing snap. Oh my gosh, Sumaya!
I was like,
Like,
who's coming here
she's
in
like-
a month? Hello?
Yeah, sorry. Yes, Sumaya. Oh my gosh. Then we have Christine in Canada.
Mhm.
There's Sarah,
Mhm.
but I'm always confused as to whether she's in New Zealand or Australia.
Same.
Oh, okay. Well then, either one of those it could be,
Mhm.
because she goes to both.
Mhm.
Well, I know you have somebody in Belgium who loves your fan fiction.
Mhm.
I don't even know her name though. Have you even ever told me her name?
Aerodana.
Aridana. I love that
I
name.
think that's how you pronounce it.
How
But
do you spell it?
Aradhana.
Wow, that's a cool name. You know, I think you're supposed to go over the lips. I've seen people do that. Now, where do I put your dirty beauty blender?
On the pineapple.
Oh, cute.
I know. What is my favorite? Well, I look so pale because you did my lips. This is what I look like when I'm about to pass out.
True.
What is my favorite bird?
The 5-inch woodpecker. The downy woodpecker?
It's a hairy wood.
Hairy woodpecker, but the 5-inch.
Yes.
one. I know which one it is. And the girls don't have red on their head, and the boys have a red spot on their head.
Mhm. It's color corrector. What?
Not what I was expecting.
What were you expecting, Mom?
Something smooth. So now, do I use the beauty blender for this? Is this why it looks all weird?
I usually
Because you
use a
were dipping
brush.
it? I don't feel like you need a lot of color correcting, so I don't know where to put this.
I put it under my eyes because I'm chronically tired.
But see, that's where I was going to put the concealer.
You put concealer over it.
Oh.
I have two very surprising hobbies, which if you had told anyone, I would be into these things now. you'd be like, no. I have recently become very obsessed with Broadway and with politics. Which one is more surprising and why?
I would have to say politics because you absolutely hated anything that had to do with the news or history or anything at all like that growing up. So it's quite shocking that you're interested in world events. Broadway is pretty surprising too, but you are, oh I got some on your lashes. But you are a musical, somehow you have to like, I can't get under there. You're a musical person, so Broadway isn't quite so shocking. And you like new Broadway, not like old-timey Broadway.
Yeah, I like new things that none of you all have ever heard of before.
You do like The Music Man though, that's a musical.
Yeah. This
That's
has
all right.
concluded the extent of anything that I will say online about politics. Can you name a Riker song?
Oh my gosh. An R5 Riker
No,
song?
a Riker
or
song.
a Riker in the Beachcomber
I
song?
don't even know that he's Riker in the Beachcombers anymore. Because if you go on
Okay,
iTunes,
well he's not R5
it just
anymore
says
either.
Riker Lynch.
Oh.
Artist.
Well, I think he wrote Wishing I Was 22. Is that right?
No!
No?
23.
23. And then for a Riker song, Feel the Love, isn't that one of his songs?
Wishing I Was 23 was released under R5 though. What?
I know, but he wrote that, didn't he?
Yes.
Okay, so I get the credit for that.
Are you surprised that I still am into Riker / R5?
Yes, everyone is still surprised.
Really?
Is surprised. Well, yeah, I think so. I mean, how old were you when you first got into that?
Like 16. Well, maybe 15.
And how old are you now?
I'm almost 26.
You're almost 26.
It's like 10 years.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
It's a long time for someone who's only 26. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. This is not good.
I just want to put it out into the world.
Alright, just look up. And just hold still.
That I was yelled at and criticized for buying R5 related merchandise and wasting my money away on that when I was in high school.
Alright, open up. I think I might have pretty much fixed it.
So, joke's on you, mostly your husband though, for thinking that I won't be into that in 10 years.
Alright.
Can you name 3 Broadway people that I like?
Joe Iconis, does that count as a Broadway
Sure.
person? Andrew Barth Feldman.
Ooh,
George
I'm
Salazar.
impressed.
There you go.
Can you name 3 Joe Iconis songs?
Well, is it the Party Hat song? Like, I don't know what is
Yes.
the official name of
You
that.
can tell me like that. Party Hat.
And he wrote Michael in the Bathroom, right?
Yes.
Okay. Long Island Amphibian?
Yes. I was
Okay.
going to say, what am I literally wearing right now?
Alright, so I got 3.
I'm impressed.
Thank you.
Like, I would have thought that you would have been like more thinky about these things.
No, I pay close attention to everything. I'm so
Apparently you
interested
do. Can you name any music artists that I like besides R5 and Broadway related people?
in. It's this English group.
Oh yeah. That wasn't
And
even
it's
on my mind as
The
one of
Mix
them.
something.
Mm-hmm.
McFly.
Yes. McFly. You think of anyone else?
Well, do you like the Joe Bros?
Yeah.
Me too. You like Maroon 5?
Yeah.
I know some of their songs. So there, that was 3.
Okay.
This is pretty. Look, it's a flower.
It's Milani. Milani's awesome.
I'm not doing a terrible job.
I like that you're impressed with yourself. Okay. Can you name 3 different fan fictions that I've like done?
Well, you're working on a spy one right now. I know you've done kidnapping ones. I'm not sure I know the exact titles.
Yes, I've done kidnapping ones.
And I know you've done like Dalton Academy ones that are crossovers with Glee. Does that like count? I don't really know.
It's
the
not really a
titles.
crossover. That's in the world of Glee. The Warblers.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're right. Close your eyes.
I've done a crossover between Riker and Glee, where it's been like twins. Where do you see me in 5 years?
Living in my basement.
Okay, but you make it sound like I'm just going to be living at home forever, doing nothing. Stop making faces.
I want you to be...
Not what you want, what you think I'm going to be doing.
Kylie, I really don't know.
Well, take a guess.
Working some job in the middle of the night that you love because you can do it in the middle of the night that you'll probably be great at. That's probably some like detail-oriented like data entry or something with documents that need to be keep track of. And then you'll bake cookies for your farm stand at like 4 a.m. when you get off of work. And then you'll sleep all day and then you'll get up and want me to cook you dinner.
Sounds like dream life.
Right? That sounds like that could be what happens,
Yes.
huh?
What are you most proud of me for?
For surviving
Oh my God.
literally every day with the pain that you have to suffer with your kidney stones and trying to like just keep going and try to like just keep going, try and accomplish things. 4.0 in college and graduated with high honors, and that's freaking amazing.
You're thinking a lot about your colors over there.
Yeah.
What do you think my future husband will be like?
He's gonna be like probably like a nerdy sort of person who's very smart and a very hard worker and a good Christian man. A good Christian man. You are gonna run all over that poor boy. You are gonna.
I'm gonna run all over him? What?
You're gonna take advantage of this. Some super nice man that you marry. That's what's gonna happen. Where can I tap this? Just on the thing?
Sure.
I don't think
Don't make faces.
Right, try to like relax your...
Hold on, let me find another question. Oh yeah, finish talking about what you think my future husband will be like.
Oh, he'll be sweet and he'll love me to death. And the two of us will like commiserate
Oh my goodness.
over you. I'll probably be apologizing every day for the rest of my life. You gotta like, yeah. There's so much coming off of this brush. It's like floating into the air like smoke.
You stamped it in there a lot, that's why. Well, here's the thing. Typically, opposites attract.
Mm-hmm.
And, as you know, you're a people pleaser.
Mm.
And people pleasers marry mean people because opposites attract.
So are you saying you're a mean person?
Yes, I'm saying I'm gonna be the mean person in the
Aw.
relationship. So, what? What have you learned from having me as your child? Or what has having a child taught you? Or what have you learned specifically from me?
Well, from having a child, I've learned there's a certain kind of love that is like no other. When I was pregnant with you, when we were living over at our other house a long time ago, I had this across the street neighbor. Her name was Jaya. She was really nice. And she had a daughter. I think her name was Cheyenne. Very nice family. They used to come over and close our garage door all the time when we would leave it open by accident. And when I was pregnant, she told me, she said, this is going to be a love that you've never experienced before. And she said, this kind of love is you will run into the street in front of an oncoming truck and you won't care if you need to save your child. And she was exactly right. And what I have learned from you is that, and we were talking about this the other day. I don't like. Can I use this to just brush away?
Mom,
There's
you
like
can
all
use
this
whatever
excess.
you want.
There's like all this excess.
Use whatever you want.
Shadow here. You have different ways of doing things and different ways of thinking about things than I do. But that's okay. It doesn't mean they're wrong, and they could work just as good, maybe even better than however I think it should be done. And I've become a lot more willing to think outside the box or accept outside the box.
Sometimes, this was like more like years ago, she would like want me to do something, but like do it like a specific way. And I would like accomplish the goal, but not like in the way that she wanted me to. And she would be like mad. And I'm like, there are different ways to get to the same answer.
That's true.
What is the most rewarding thing about being my mom? Nothing, because I'm terrible.
That's terrible. I think the most rewarding thing is, as I have taught you about the Lord, how you have then come back and taught some things to me about the Lord. That's pretty cool.
One of the ongoing things in our household. This is probably what?
This is eyeliner, right?
Yes.
I thought this was going to be brown, but it's like
It's brown.
gold or something.
It is brown. One of the only things that I really remember from college, I went to Liberty University, if you don't know. We had to have biblical integration in every single one of our assignments ever. And I had to do like a 4-semester long project. And it was like to make like a mock business and do your whole business plan and all that fun stuff. And mine was a lip balm. And one of the like key things that kept like popping up as my biblical integration is to make a lip balm that God would be happy to use. Like, you do it like the right way with care. You don't like take any shortcuts, like that kind of a vibe.
You do your work as if God is your boss.
And then so we'll be like doing things like around the house. Like she'll be like cutting something up, like food, and I'll be like, "Are you cutting that for God?"
I'm always like, no.
What is something I lay awake at night worrying about?
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, dying of a heart attack or something. Stroke, I don't know. You take your pick.
Okay. Valid.
Here in their eye.
That wasn't the answer I was gonna go with, but okay.
What is your answer? That's not until we move. Not here.
I know, but I'm worried about it.
You're pretty worried. Okay. Well, you'll be done by the time we get there.
I worry about my kidney stones spontaneously stopping. Do you have any questions you want to ask me? Because you've gone through all of my questions.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I see myself in Tennessee, preferably living in your basement. I don't think I'll be married by then. But hopefully I would have like a boyfriend by then. And like know some people like in town. Owning chickens.
And ducks, I
And
thought.
ducks. And naming them. And having a farm stand where I sell their eggies. And baking things in the middle of the night and selling it in my farm stand. And having at least one published book on Amazon.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Which, no, you cannot read. No one from the internet or my personal life is allowed to know.
Only total strangers can buy your book.
Yes. Here's the thing. I feel weird about people who I know reading something that I'm selling.
I can understand that.
Like, that's just weird to me. And, like, I know people wouldn't be, like, judgy.
Mm.
But, like, I feel like they would, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And be like,
They wouldn't be able to help themselves.
this is her skill level of writing. Like, I just feel weird about people that I know reading my book. So, it will be published under a pen name so that no one can find it. It's like different than like fan fiction because fan fiction is just for fun and for free. And I will have cats.
So describe your perfect husband. Or perfect man that you want.
Riker Lynch.
Okay, well, he's unavailable.
More of like the dorky side. I don't really care about like hair color, eye color. I know there's girls out there who are like, he needs to have blue eyes and blonde hair and da 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 da. I feel like looks are only like 10% of like what I'm attracted to. You have to have a really good personality. Personality is like 90%. But like, you still have like the 10%. Like, I need to be attracted to you. I don't really care what he looks like. It's more about who he is.
All right, keep talking about your man.
Good Christian man. He can't just like be like, oh, I'm a Christian. You need to like actually like live your life like that. And needs to be smart. Like, in my head, there's like things that like I don't want to do. Like roles. And I feel like my husband's role is going to be like, figure out the bills, fix the things that break in the house, protect me. And like, I feel like I'm looking forward to like that aspect, especially the protecting me part, because I've always been like, someone's gonna kill me. Like, I'm just waiting for it. You know what? If I ever do actually get kidnapped and like murdered, I'll be like, I knew it.
Told you.
I told everyone. I was right. Like, that's how much of a thing it is.
Well, that is something about marriage. Like, you become a team, you
Yeah.
know, and the strengths of one, you know, can compensate for the weaknesses of the other. And although there are typical men and women roles in a marriage, you can each work it out between you of what are the roles going to be. And yours sound very traditional, but I wouldn't be surprised if, knowing you end up
What?
having some aspects to each of your roles that are a little bit outside the box.
But like, I also want someone who will like let me have me time. Like, leave me alone. Let me just watch YouTube for an hour. Don't talk to me. Like, just let me do my own thing. I'm very introverted, and I feel like I just need me time. So I need him to be independent enough to like go play video games or something. And just like,
You know,
have your time, I'll have my time.
You know how many men would like love to hear their girl say, "Just go play video games for an hour."
Like, literally, go play video games. Let me do my makeup. Let me watch YouTube. Let me write. Like, just let me have me time. You go have your you time. I'll have my me time. Meet up in 2 hours. Go. Like,
Oh, it's gone to 2 hours now.
you know what I mean, though? Like,
Yeah, no, I 100% know what you mean.
I want someone who wants children.
How many kids do you want?
I want like 5. I knew you were gonna make a face about that.
Oh my goodness, that looks really good. It kind of helps cover up the weird shiny eyeliner that I didn't like. All right, so I think I'm just up to... No, actually, do we do the setting spray first before
Do
lip
whatever
stuff?
you want, Mom.
We'll do the setting spray first.
Why are you opposed to 5 children?
Oh, I'm not opposed to it. I just think you have no idea what you're in for. Especially if they're anything like you.
But I would know how to handle it if they're like me.
All right, hold your breath. Okay. I know, that was way too much. I felt like this, the pumper is like very stuckish.
Okay. This could be foreshadowing. There could be a video not 5 years from now. I'm not having kids 5 years from now. That would be crazy. 7 years from now. Of like foreshadowing of like me being like, this is not what I thought it was like. In my head, why are you making faces? Why can't I guess what I would be like as a parent?
Go ahead.
I feel like I would be a great parent because I would be like strict, but also like the fun parent. Like, look, this is how it's gonna be. So you need to like behave yourself. And if you do, then we can have like a good time. But if you don't, then no, you're not. And go to your room.
Then get out.
Because absolutely not. Like, I feel like I will be like the disciplining parent. And I feel like I don't have siblings. And I don't know how many siblings and family members my future husband is going to have. But that's not like So from my side of the family, there's not going to be aunts and uncles because I don't have siblings or cousins. You know?
Mm.
So if I give them siblings, then they have
some
each other.
family, yeah. I can't even tell where the lip goes because I have a foundation over it.
That's why you don't put it over the lips.
I've seen people on YouTube put it over the lips. I feel like a lot of beauty YouTubers put it over the lips.
I don't do that.
You may not do that, but I've seen other people do that.
Oh, I actually look like I have some life back in me now.
Well, I'm going to say that's done.
What do I think? Can I critique you?
Yes.
You didn't use any eyebrow gel. You didn't use any face powder.
You know, I didn't see the face powder.
Because you wouldn't let me talk you into anything. It was in this palette. You didn't use any highlighter.
I normally think of powder, you know, being in like a compact or something. I wasn't expecting it would be in a palette.
Well, you didn't look.
And you know what? To be honest, I do not come from the highlighter generation. I could put some highlighter on. So I didn't even think of it.
You didn't put any shade in my inner corner.
Yeah, you're right. I should have done that too.
I feel like my lips are a little uneven.
Well, where is highlighter? I've never even.
I said to look through all my palettes.
Put on
it's in my
highlighter.
palettes. Other than that, I feel like it's pretty good. For like you.
Like if you look on camera, I think you look nice.
I'm not crazy about the whole being pregnant thing. I'm not about that. So, if my husband really wants to have our own biological children, then deals will have to be made. Like deals such as like, I'm going to be dying for 9 months for as many children as we decide to have. I will need to be taken care of. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like I've always, like, low-key wanted to adopt children. So,
you know, I think a lot of... No, I shouldn't say that. I think it's not uncommon before you get married to think you want to adopt. And then I think it's common that once you are married, you start thinking about, well, maybe I do want my own. I forget. I know the Cupid bow you're supposed to do highlighter. I forget where else.
your nose
The bridge?
and the tip.
Hmm.
Like, I think it would be great to have minions running around in my household. Little minions of myself. I want children, but I don't know in what form.
Human.
I don't know if they will be
Chickens?
mine or not.
Cats?
No. I'm going to have chickens. I'm going to have cats. I want dogs. I want little woofers running around. I want an Alaskan Klekai because they talk. I want talky animals. That's why I'm going to get an Oriental as my next cat because they talk. I want talky cats. What are you doing up there?
I'm doing your hair. To finish
You
your
should
look
have done that at the beginning
for
of
your
this video.
thumbnail. Put in the comments below if you think I did okay. Especially for an 80s girl.
Do you think I'll be a good mom if I have children? Or do you think it's not going to be good?
I think you will be a good mom because I know you have a strong sense of right and wrong and you're not going to like just sleep all day because you don't feel like taking care of your kids or anything like that. But I think you're going to be... I don't think you're going to be the fun parent. I think you're also going to be the fun parent.
Okay.
I think you'll be the
I feel
annoying,
like-
strict parent.
I might not be the fun parent because I feel like I'm going to be the one doing a lot of the disciplining and being like, we're not doing that. But I do feel like there will be things that will be, we're going to get away with this right now type things that happen with me while like my husband's not home. I feel like that would be something that happens. I'll be the parent that's like, you want to stay up till 3 a.m? Let's do it. I'll let you find out what that's like. And then while I'm baking and they're staying up and then they're tired.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're going to be working at
Yeah.
night. So who's going to take care of the kids during the day?
Me.
Okay.
Okay, I already have it figured out. I don't know what my husband's gonna do, but that's his problem. So I'm basically going to be up from like the evening until like late afternoon. So I will be up baking things for my farm stand, and then when the sun comes up, getting my eggs, putting the eggs in my farm stand, homeschooling my children because they're not going to public school. And then my husband will get home like in late afternoon / evening from work because he's going to have a job and provide for his family. And then he will be awake, and then he can do the whole dinner thing. And I'll be like, here's some bread and eggs. Figure something out for you and your children. Good night.
And he'll be like, okay, honey.
Yes.
Nice.
So that's my plan. We'll have to see what actually happens, but that's my plan. I'm just a night person. It's just how it is.
All right, so overall, what grade do you give me out of 100?
For you, like out of like not out of everyone ever,
Correct.
but
for
out
me.
of you. For you, I would probably give you an 82.
I was just thinking in my mind, if I get an 80 or higher, I'll be happy. So, yay!
Like, I feel like that's fair.
I agree.
Like, I feel like you didn't look at all your options.
Yeah, you're right. I should have.
And you missed steps. So,
But you could leave the house totally fine.
I could leave the house.
And even, like, go to a restaurant and no one would be like,
I've left the house in way worse states than this.
oh, that's for sure.
So, don't say it like that.
All right. Wrap it up, girl.
Did you enjoy
Yeah, it was
filming
fun.
with me?
And yeah, I didn't know there was going to
Answering
be...
my questions.
I didn't know there was going to be questions, so that was fun.
I thought it would be more interesting than just sitting here staring at each other. So this has been my mommy does my makeup. Leave me a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Comment down below if you have any predictions for my life in 5 years. If you think I'll be a good parent, what shenanigans do you think I'm gonna be doing?
Tell them to give me a grade.
Give my mom a grade on this makeup. Hit the subscribe button. Turn on my post notifications. And I'll see you guys in my next video. And here's your reminder that every year I do a December series.
This is a good one. Have you told them about this
I
yet?
have not told them.
Oh, this is so good.
I am doing Not Declare December. Because do you know how much work that is? So I asked my friend Sumaya, I was like, what should I do? She was like, Kylie, you should do something for yourself this year. And I was like, you know what? You're right, I should. So she came up with the concept of De-Stress December. So it will still be a video every day of December up until Christmas. But it will be de-stressing activities every day.
I wouldn't mind being in some of those.
So
And then Sumaya herself will
Sumaya's
be here
visiting.
to be in some of those.
She's going to visit me.
Yes.
We will be making content. It will be a whole thing. So look forward to December.
Bye!
Bye!